Hello everyone, this is Ralph from Ralph's Trucking. I did a video the other day talking about diesel and diesel shortage on the Northeast. How I went to a Love's Saturday night and they were out of diesel. And I told people to be worried that rationing probably will happen. Fuel prices are going up. In 22 years, I don't believe I've seen fuel this high and no end in sight. But I just saw something on social media just now that's proving what I'm saying is true. So everyone, cue the intro. Okay, I just went to a couple different websites, try to get a fuel surcharge, see what the fuel surcharge was. I had found a chart and I just can't find it now. But I went to the EIA.gov. Every week they give you a breakdown of what the fuel prices are. I believe that report comes out Mondays or Tuesdays. I think this one's from May 16th. Today is May 20th, 2022. The national diesel average, as of, I believe it says the 16th, is $5.63 a gallon. National average. Now up here in the Northeast, I have seen fuel at $6.58 plus. So, what does that mean? A lot of experts are predicting $10 a gallon fuel. What's that going to do to this economy? I'm not being political. Stating facts. I went to a couple different sites to try to find out what it would cost for fuel surcharge of right now. At $5.61 a gallon average, what do you think the fuel surcharge is? Let me show you. Okay, that chart I just showed you, that is from cheeseman.com. I had found a different chart, I think from a different carrier before I've used in previous videos. But that one right there is going to show you what the average cost is, what the average most companies pay in fuel surcharge. So at $5.60 a gallon, it's an extra 90 cents a mile added to that freight bill. So 1,000 miles, that's an extra $900 they got to pay for fuel. Going to California to the East Coast, that's well over 2,000 miles, 2,500 miles. So 90 cents a mile times all that for your produce. What's going to happen to that lead ahead as you went from California at your table in, say, Maryland or New York or Florida? It's going to raise that price up. So you might not worry thinking, oh, the diesel don't affect me. What does? Everything. All the trucks you see go up and down the road run on diesel fuel. My reefer back there, which is running right now, diesel fuel. This truck, diesel fuel. I'm burning anywhere between 80 and 100 plus gallons a day out here on the road when I'm trucking hard. I have put 150 gallons in this truck. Depends how I feel. I fill up every day. Well, I will show you this, what I wanted to talk about. Okay, that photo right there, I'm gonna post it again right here. That is from a Petro truck stop in Mebane, North Carolina. Right below the scales or above the scales right there on I-40/85. I used to fill up there all the time. But that right there, I'll point at that photo, that is what they're putting on the pumps. Limiting people to 75 gallons. 6 miles to the gallon, give or take 6 to 8 times 75. You're only going to get about 500, 600 miles to the tank. And then you're going to have to find someplace to fill up. There's some companies that you have a timetable between you when you can fill up. You're only allowed to fill up so much between. Some is 2-hour window, some is this, some is that. Some limit you to, let's say, 150 gallons a day, whatever. Each company has their fuel cards set up in a different way. But you can go to EIA.gov every week and see what the national fuel average is. Like I said, I believe it's this week's. It's May 20th now, but I think it was May 16th. I'll post it up here again. That shows the national diesel average at $5.61 a gallon. Fuel surcharges right around 90 cents. Depends on what company, how they chart it out. This is one of the charts I found real quick from the Cheeseman trucking company. They had a decent chart, and I'll show it again right here. Okay, I had somebody, my reefer just fired up again. Somebody just say, no one runs diesel fuel. On my comments at the military. Now that you're so wrong. 99% of these trucks running up and down the road, there is some other fuels out here in the trucks run diesel fuel. My refrigerated unit back there, that's diesel fuel. All the trains you see up and down the tracks, pulling hundreds and hundreds of cars. Passengers, most of them are electric, but these cargo trains that you see up and down the road, you had to stop at the railroad tracks and wait for them. And you see car after car, container going down the road. They're run on diesel fuel. These farm equipment out there you see out there tilling and planting right now. It's planting season for these farmers. These big John Deeres and Case and New Holland and whatever brand is out there. If they're big, they're running diesel. Them guys are burning red diesel, which is dyed regular diesel that's dyed red because they don't pay highway use tax on them. Let me show you what my engine looks like out here. Let me pop the hood. I'll be right back. So, if you look right there, this is a Cummins X15. 100th anniversary edition. Show you how big this motor is. Here's my windshield washer fluid. Your dipstick. Here's an external fuel filter. I'll just show you how big one of these engines are. Alright, this right here is what creates the power. That is the turbo. I know some guys are saying, well, you don't have to show us this, but I just want to show the general people how big an engine is. There's wind, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to show you the size of a truck engine. This gets about 7 miles to the gallon, give or take on the weight, 7 to 8, sometimes 6. Got another diesel engine right here. That's my APU, the auxiliary power unit. What runs my air conditioning for my sleeper. Right here, on the nose of the trailer, as you can see, that is the reefer. Keeps the vehicle cool. I have 3 diesel engines on this truck and trailer. One for that trailer to keep that stuff at -10. I have that small one that don't burn much fuel. It keeps me cool so I can sleep back here without the big engine running. And I just showed you what the big engine is. So, to the people who don't think people don't run diesel fuel, and why would things be so much higher? One, train tracks don't go to every grocery store. Okay, so that's the example of a couple engines just on this truck and trailer alone. Times that by thousands upon thousands upon thousands of trucks that are going up and down the road. Not everyone has a refrigerated trailer like this, but the trucks do have that engine what's up front of me right now. Some have the engines that's behind me for the APU. I just showed you on the websites that EIA.gov. You can go there every week and they'll show you the national average for gas and diesel, propane, whatever. This week it's $5.63 a gallon. Next week it'll probably be $5.80 a gallon. Fuel prices are going through the roof. Up here in Pennsylvania, where I'm at right now, it's been around $6.58 a gallon for 2 weeks or so. I don't see end in sight. They have now see my first sign that says rationing fuel, and it's going to happen more and more. The farmers are in the fields, which I hope this information helps a little bit where some of the diesel fuel is going. I don't know what we need to do to create more fuel for America and the world. I think stopping the pipeline hurt. Stopping the leases in Alaska and Gulf of Mexico definitely is hurting. I see it like this, and I've said it before: drill here and drill now. The safest way to transport crude oil, gasoline, and etc. is via pipeline. We need more pipelines with stricter security. Last year we had the pipelines hijacked and we couldn't get fuel. Y'all remember that and how high prices went? We need to have security around the pipelines, to stop the cyber attacks, like what happened. We need to create more pipelines. That is the safest way to transport crude oil and get finished oil products safely and without damage. How many trucks and trailers do you think you'll need to haul fuel that pipeline can push? Try not to be political here, but things needs to be fixed here. It's getting critical. We get some fuel moving in this world. We got fuel under our feet. Drill here, drill now, create jobs. If anybody has any comments, questions, or concerns, have you seen any signs of, like I just showed you, and I'll show it again right there, of limiting fuel? It's happening, and it's going to happen worse. I'm hearing 100 gallons a lot of locations. This is the first time I've seen 75-gallon limit. When they had that cyber attack for the Colonial Pipeline last year, it was like that. And it's going to be that way again. I about guarantee it. It's starting to happen. So, let me know what you think and what have you seen. You can send me photos and stuff like that, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter under Rouse Trucking. Share this out. Let me know what you think. Thumb up the video, and if you're new, please subscribe. And drill here and drill now. We need some help. $10. We can't afford $10 gas out here. $10 diesel, because that's all going to do. That 89-cent head of lettuce that you like to buy, it's going to be about $3 or $4 head of lettuce here soon. All because transportation. That's not counting what it's costing the farmer to grow it anymore.